And tumbling oil prices is also having a big impact north of the border, where crude production is a driving force behind the Canadian economy. Brian Sullivan has more from Calgary.
Here in Canada, oil's price collapse is front-page news. And while consumers love the drop in the price of gasoline, the oil producers and the Canadian government do not. Rapidly falling oil prices are going to hit everything from government budgets to infrastructure building to the Canadian dollar and jobs. Massive Canadian oil company Suncor just announced it will be laying off 1,000 workers and cutting $1 billion from its capital spending plan. The potential downside is great enough that high-ranking government officials are speaking out about it.
Oil prices continue to slip. We haven't evidently seen the bottom yet. And this has opened up an enormous revenue shortfall in terms of the Alberta government's budget, quantified for next year as $6 to $7 billion, $5 billion the year after that, $5 billion the year after that if we don't take action.
Though finding an answer to the growing crisis is complex, the cause of the problem is not. The world is simply producing more oil than it is using. So with supply and demand so out of whack, we asked an oil economist, why don't the big oil producers simply cut back on production?
When you get a price war, all producers try to offset the revenue loss by producing more. So it's a free-for-all for the moment. But until we start to see some of the participants in this global thing start to die off, we're going to see low prices.
Canada's oil pain is not just a Canada story. The stocks of more than 70 major Canadian companies trade in the United States. A number of those are oil companies, and they have been walloped. Shares of Baytex Energy, Penn West Petroleum, Enerplus, and Precision Drilling have seen their shares fall by more than 50 or even 60% in just a matter of months. Some call Calgary the Houston of Canada because of its strong job market and fast growth. But much of that is tied to the price of oil. And if oil's price were to fall lower or even stay at this level for a long period of time, the building boom that you can clearly see behind us may simply run out of gas. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Brian Sullivan in Calgary, Alberta, Canada.